Real quick, real quick. I'm talking to my people, man, on this Nipsey Hustle situation. My people, the people, my people of color, the so-called black people of color, my people. We are too gullible. We are too gullible in the beginning stages of situations. So let me just say these are my beliefs, my opinion right now from the get-go. And all of this conversation is just alleged as far as legal lingo goes. But anyway, my people, man, we are too gullible in the when emotions are heightened, adrenaline is pumping, and we're just out of our heads. We thinking on the fly. We're too gullible. We're all over the place with these situations from the get-go, instead of stopping, taking a breath, and thinking. We put people's lives in danger when we think like this, when we act in this manner. So, as a man of color and as a thinker, before I act, I want to encourage all of my people to think rationally. Think outside of your normal parameters and look at the whole situation. Now, this guy that they claim took Nipsey Hussle's life, and this is a tragic situation all the way around, man. It's a tragic situation. I mean, I like Nipsey Hussle. He was a great dude. Bring him back to his community where he grew up, where he was raised. He's doing big things for the community, and it's a tragic loss. But I would like for my people to take the time to think, and because people lose their lives behind us making irrational decisions. So this guy that's allegedly the one that took Nipsey Hussle's life is allowed to get past the TSA, get on an airplane, and fly to Las Vegas without being stopped or questioned, because clearly he was at least a person of interest at that point in time. Okay, so let's say he skated by when he first flew to Las Vegas. He then got on his live and showed where he was getting back on a plane. He stated, "I'm getting back on the plane," or something to that effect. This is not verbatim, but this is what was stated. At Meek Mill DM'd me. I feel like I'm being set up. I can't trust no one. I feel like a target. Make me want to get back on the plane and fly back to LA to my lawyer. At lawyer Keisha 38. I'm innocent. Something to that effect, but it was that kind of conversation. So now he's a literal suspect at this time. And you mean to tell me he can get back on an airplane and fly back to LA? Mind you, now he has to go through TSA again, and at this time, ain't no doubt about it, he's now a suspect. in the murder of Nipsey Hustle. Think. You really have to think, people. This guy cannot be doing this by himself. If he's the one that committed this crime, he cannot be doing this on his own. Someone is assisting him. There is no way you can be a suspect, a wanted man, a bolo on you. Be on the lookout for Eric Holder, and you go through TSA not once but twice. Just say he skated through the first time, he wasn't a suspect, but then you fly, you come back through, and I believe the first time he went, they already knew what he had done, because in my belief, in my opinion, he's being assisted by the powers that be, if he's the one that committed the crime. I'm not even saying he committed the crime. But if he is the one that committed the crime, he's definitely being assisted by a higher power, higher authority. Everybody said he was a snitch, right? Trust me, I grew up in the hood. Once those alphabet boys get you and flip you and turn you into a CI or a snitch, they always got you. So what better person to get than somebody who's allowed around that area where Nipsey Hustle was murdered at? I mean, if Nipsey Hustle was a Crip from the Rolling 60s, this guy was the same thing. Who's gonna think that he would do something like that? Because surely no one else can get that close to Nipsey to do something this brazen in broad daylight. And if you look at the video, this guy, he really targeted Nipsey. He made sure that he could have easily shot the other guy that was on the ground again. He could have shot him and did the same thing to him. You knew that this guy targeted Nipsey Hustle. In my opinion, this looked like a hit. And these people, man, you got to understand something. These people are not above using us to do their dirty work. They always do. They've done it several times. They always get to what we call snakes in the hood. They always get to women and incorporate them to do their dirty work. Believe me. But this guy would not be able to. I tell you what, you go and commit a crime and try to go jump on an airplane and fly wherever you want to fly. Not even out of the country, just fly somewhere to get away from the state that you're in. As soon as these TSA agents see that, they take your ID and everything and see that you're a person of interest or you're wanted for something, they're going to detain you. Why didn't they detain this guy? Come on, man, we got to think. This is critical thinking time. Let's calm our emotions down and start thinking and not be so gullible. Because when we get gullible like this and we start pushing these narratives, everybody's speculating as to what happened and pushing narratives, then we're doing exactly what they want us to do. We're taking our eyes off of them. That's what they want you to do. They want you to focus on Eric Holder, this guy, this Crip, this hood boy. that did this. Don't look at us. Don't look at the puppet master pulling the strings. I mean, this is just my opinion, man. But think. And once you think critically and stop thinking because your emotions are on your sleeve right now. Everybody's all up in arms because of, and it's understandable. That is very understandable. Someone we all loved as a person was taken away, just ripped away prematurely. So I can understand the emotions being out on our sleeves and the adrenaline, and we want to know who, and we want action. We want justice right now. I understand that totally. Trust me, I understand that. But I would implore that you calm down, take a breath, stop putting out all these stories of who did what, this and that. Because people, innocent people, potentially innocent people can lose their lives by the stories that I've seen on YouTube. Like this one guy saying that he's on live saying he killed Nipsey Hustle. He's bragging, and it looks like he just wants attention or clout, as we like to put it these days. The stupidest thing I've ever seen. You can get yourself killed. You can get your family members killed from doing dumb stuff. That's child stuff this guy is doing. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Because you know how many people love this man, and you know the climate today, in today's climate, the way this world is right now, it won't take nothing for these people to find you and do something to you, kill you. Or you can senselessly be arrested by the police just for making that accusation. And now you're stuck into something that's going to take you a long time to get out of. So think, man, stop being stupid and doing stupid stuff like that kid did. And the rest of us, stop being so gullible. Think first. Think. I know we want answers right away, but calm down and think. And look at the situation. If this guy did this, even let's say he did it. If he did this, they have cameras everywhere. They have cameras that can read your tag, your license plate, even if you're going 140, 30 miles an hour. They can bring your license plate right up close and send a citation or a fine, a bill to your house. And you mean to tell me they don't have a better video of this supposedly Eric Holder than what they're showing on the internet? Come on, people. Think. This is way deeper than what they're alleging. Like this guy got into it with Nipsey Hustle because Nipsey told him he was a snitch and get out, I don't want you up here. You're not welcome up here, you snitch or whatever. It's more to it than it, even if it started like that. It's more to it than that. And then for this guy, the way he did it, whoever did that, he wanted to make sure. It's like somebody told him, make sure that this guy is finished. Make sure you don't leave him breathing with a chance to live. Because he ran when he first shot him. He backed up. He came back. And then he shot him some more and he came back and finished him. Come on, man. People, think. And now he's all of a sudden flying from one place to the next freely. And the police knew way more than everybody outside of like the internet people knew. Trust me, they knew way more information. They're not going to disclose that. So we have to think, man. I'm just letting you know to think before you act and stop being, as a people, we need to stop being gullible and just running with whatever someone tells us. Oh yeah, that happened. That's the way it had to happen because this person said this on the internet, or yeah, that happened. That happened. Or even what I'm saying. I'm just telling you to think as a people. Start thinking for yourselves. Like, think critically and stop being so gullible. Or being like a gopher, as they used to call it. If you're a gopher, you'll go for anything. We have to think, people. They want us to point the finger at the other black man. Let's get everybody on this black guy. It's the black man that did it to another black man. They don't want you to look at how this whole thing got orchestrated and why they wanted to silence him. And Charlemagne said something about Nipsey. About all these Dr. Sebi videos being on the internet. Oh, if the government wanted to kill Nipsey Hustle over this documentary he's making, why they could have just went on the internet and had people take all these thousands of videos off of YouTube. Because there's thousands of videos on YouTube about Dr. Sebi. Yes, there's a lot of videos on YouTube about Dr. Sebi, but there's not many videos or no videos about Dr. Sebi winning the court case in the Supreme Court, documents, nor winning against the feds the next day. Documented. You can't find that. Nipsey said he had access to it because of the platform he has, because of the revenue he has generated. So think, people. Stop listening at these little shallow thinking people. You have to really think. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. I haven't made a video in a while. I apologize. I need to get back on these videos, man, because we need help as a people. Like, we need a lot of help, man. But the minute I start making these serious videos, man, you should see how I have people pulling up in front of my house. Like, not people my color, not my skin color, not the so-called black man. I have literal police in unmarked vehicles pulling up in front of my residence, sitting for hours, sitting. The last one I recorded, he was in a beigeish, almost brownish Ford truck. He's sitting in front of my residence, in front of my home, and I brought my camera out, and he immediately, you should have seen how fast he pulled off. Put the truck in gear and smashed out because of the things that I do. I mean, I can go into that, but that's another story. I need to start back making these videos, man, because our people need help. We need help. We need to start going for what everybody says and start thinking rationally and critically, man, because these people have agendas against us. And they're perpetuating them against us on a daily basis. So, man, I love my people. I always say that. I love my people. I love you guys. I love Nipsey. He was different. He wasn't signed to a major label. He was his own, you know. Man, I just love the man. But anyway, and if you like the video, subscribe, like it, comment, whether it's good or bad. But give me your input. Let me know what you think. And man, I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Let's start thinking.